if anybody's here.
Yes, we are both alive, and so is the stream.
Oh, you and I are both alive. That's
well, relatively, whatever. It's a broad definition, So
I'm alive, so
yeah.
On that.
Whatever.
How have you been? Maggie,
good.
Living life.
Yeah, busy. Well, I've been, super really working on my card game, and I finally launched the online store, and so now I'm like, okay, now I want to take a step back from this and go back to doing other creative stuff. And also,
some orders?
What?
Have you been getting orders?
Yeah, I got 12 orders. Somebody ordered a game from Australia.
An Australian Jew. Well,
there are Jews all over the world. It's the fact that they ordered the game. They paid all that money and paid shipping.
Nice.
It's
you want something,
Yeah. Hey, Steven. Hey,
on my YouTube
people who are also watching.
Who's in the chat with us?
Steven. Steven's in corner. And some other sneaky people. There we go. One of them is me. Okay. Some other sneaky people who have not yet identified themselves. Look what I have.
Hey.
Do you know that the audiobook cuts off the cover here? So you
That's
see the ribbon.
The original one is just the bird.
Just the bird.
And after we got the TV deal, they added that because it looks like
that makes bottom. Sense. They didn't cast.
I like all these beautiful white boys on the
cover. Did they cast?
No, but that's the idea. They're all handsome, hot-looking teens.
They're all handsome white fuckers. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Orange County or Dawson's Creek, one or the other.
Right. I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm not sure which one is Gansey and which one is Adam. They kind of look the same.
Which one? Hold it up.
Gansey's obviously the one who's looking at the camera.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
But I kind of wish it was the other way around. Anyway, but I'm so obsessed with this series now, and I am just totally in love.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, to get me to go and buy a hard copy of the book after I've already listened to the audiobook, that's something. Because I only really buy books for basically one of two reasons. Mm-hmm. Either I want to read them again and again, and so I want to have the hard copy on my shelf, or I want to mess them up inside like this.
That sounds dangerous and dirty.
I want to make notes and things.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Whatnot?
Yes, no, I love it. I love it.
Read Hawk Down, which is not as good. Me and my best friend book buddy, we have our book club of two, and we read The Raven Boys together first as well.
Okay.
And then a year later, we find out she's making Hawk, right? So we were anticipated for Hawk, and it was great. And then it came out, and then we read it together as well. And not to burst your bubble or anything, I definitely recommend you reading it. But it definitely felt like
not as magical.
Too magical, actually.
Really?
Kind of went off of Maggie's own subtleness and became, look, everybody's a dreamer. Look how magical it is. We get it, whimsy and
interesting. Wow, that's.
It didn't have the same feel. It kind of like the same Maggie-isms, but then at the end we're like, this is boring. And then the end happened. It was a trilogy. We knew it was going to be a cliffhanger, and it was. All right. Well, we saw that coming.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Well, have you read did you read her werewolf series, Wolves of Mercy
I haven't read
Falls?
anything else of hers besides I tried to read the Scorpio races and it sucked.
So Wolves of Mercy Falls was fun. I told you, like I got through Shiver and Linger. I really loved. I mean, first of all, it's the most unique depiction of werewolves I've ever seen.
Oh,
There's, it's like you see a lot of werewolves, and they're like kind of various versions of we turn into a wolf on the full moon, and it's a curse, and we eat people. And Maggie's wolves are just different, and it's really cool. And there was a really sweet romance, really woke, really cool and fun. And she did a little bit of a whack kind of sci-fi thing at the very end of book 1 to get around the werewolf curse in a kind of faux biology way. And I was like,
faux biology?
Okay. They did this thing with not to spoil it, but they did this thing with where they tried to use a virus to work as an antidote to the werewolf curse. So it was like, okay, I guess that makes sense, sort of. It sort of like made sense enough that it passed in the world, but it was minor compared to how much I enjoyed reading the books. And then book 2 was even better. Linger, she brought in these edgy characters suddenly, like really had deep backstories, and then so I was, book 2 ended on a cliffhanger, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get Forever, and I got halfway through it, and Sam and Grace still hadn't gotten back together, and I was like, fuck this. I want my main characters happy, So
we're not asking for a lot.
Yeah. So my sister read it, and she told me, Liora, page 162, they get back together, something. I don't remember the page, but they get back together, and I'm like, yeah. But then I just never picked it up again. So I enjoyed the first 2/3 of the trilogy very much. It's, it's just Maggie's writing is like gold. I mean, and the books on the hard copies of Shiver and Linger, the text is in dark colored ink. It's not just black on white. It's like Shiver is written in dark blue and Linger is written in dark green. And
that's neat. I wonder how obviously she has the funds for that, but
yeah.
I wonder why she did that.
I don't know, but it was cool. So what I discovered last night a really effective way to edit my book, which I don't know if it's as efficient, but it is certainly seems to work well. Like I'm getting good edits, which is that I'm
tell me your editing secrets, because I'm doing that and I still hate it. So
I printed out the first 6 chapters. I don't usually print out stuff because trees and things, but I printed them out, and then I've got this voice recorder, and basically I'm reading the book to the voice recorder, as if I'm making the audiobook. And they say read your writing out loud, etc. And it's not just while I'm recording it, I realize things that I correct, I correct the sentences while I'm reading it, actually. And then I go back and listen to it. And so I get not only the writer's point of view, but also I get to be a listener. And I think, oh, I really wish I had a description of that thing right in this moment. And so while I'm listening, I sort of make notes, and then I can go back and expand on them. And it really feels like it's going to be a really comprehensive edit of the draft. So
how much do you have to edit, though? Are you going to do that for all 800 pages?
I don't think I have 800 pages.
That's good.
I think I have 250 pages. And it looks like I've already gotten through a good 30 of them. I don't know. Maybe not. But it's weird because like the first chapters were written so long ago, and then
Right.
And so I'm like, they're so full of inconsistencies and awkward, and I want to get to the good stuff, you know? And so I'm like, no, I'm just gonna skip chapter 1, go straight to chapter 2. Fuck chapter 1.
Yep. The curse of having
of growing.
Yeah. My last chapters are definitely like more masterpieces, and then I'm editing right now. I'm like in chapter 20, and it's like,
yeah.
Ugh. Well,
yeah. Anywho, so do you want to do some writing, and then we can do more magic talk?
Yes.
Let's think about
that. I'm home, and I can write. Yay! Long day at work, so yeah, no.
Okay. Now let's see. I have a timer. Do you like 15 minutes or 20-minute sprints?
Let's do 20 and then go to 15 and kind of, play with it, see what feels right.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever goes.
You know? My hair is just a goddamn mess. I kind of get into what I wanted today. So today was hat day at work.
Hat day?
What is this? What is happening?
Where you wear hats to work?
Hide my whatever side bang is happening right now.
Well, I have weird hair things going on too, but some of them have really sad backstories, so.
Sad hair.
For real, no. I have these like little tiny strands right here at the top that are shorter than the rest of my hair because I like pulled it out. So sad backstory.
Don't pull out your hair.
What?
Well, don't pull out your hair.
Yeah, well, it's a disorder. It happens.
Have you ever considered stopping?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever considered just feeling better? You know?
One of my favorite bits on Mad TV. Hi, Janine. Janine. I'm dyslexic. One of my favorite bits on old Mad TV. Did you ever watch that comedy live action show? It was like SNL, but on Fox.
It was like what?
It was like SNL, but on Fox.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyways, it was super popular, and everybody else watched SNL, and I watched Mad TV. One of my favorite comedy bits of all time is there's this old man who is a therapist, and the woman comes in and says, "I'm here for a therapy session," and he's like, "All right, well, therapy sessions are $5, and I don't make change," and so she gives him a $10 bill, and she's like, "I have a 10." He's like, "All right, but I don't make change." And she's like, "Okay, well, then I'll take 10 minutes. And he's like, "All right." So he's like, "All right, let me hear it. What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, just start." He's like, "Yeah, just go for it." So he thinks, and she's like, well, I guess I'm having some issues with my mother." And he's like, "Okay, all right." Then he like takes some notes. Anything else? Work has been getting really stressful for me. I'm kind of don't know how to quite handle it and whatever. And he's like, "All right, cool. Anything else?" And she's like, "Well, I guess that's it. Do you tell me what to do now?" Yeah.
I don't make change. No? Is that like no the joke is leading up to?
Even better. And he's like, "All right, well, I'm about to dispense to you my advice." And she's like, "Well, should I write this down?" Or he's like, No, you'll remember it. She goes, "All right, well, I'm ready." And he's like, "All right. Stressed at work, right?" "Yes." Okay. Not getting along with your mother?" "That's correct." "Okay. stop it. And then she like jumps because he like yells at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, stop it. He's like, yeah, just stop it. Just get along with your mother and stop being so stressed at work. And she's like, I don't think the therapy sessions are that good. And he's like, well, it is what it is. Now you have 7 minutes left. Anything else you'd like to tell me? She's like, well, I'm scared of being buried alive in a box. He's like, well, stop it. That sounds scary. That sounds like a terrible way to live. And he's like, why can't you stop it? And then he yells at us some more. And that's it. That's the whole bit. And I think I saw it 20 years ago. I've never rewatched it, but it had such a deep impact on me. I was like, oh, that's comedy right there. Anyways, I've been talking way too long. Not one punchline, but yeah, just stop it. You know, Liora?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're right. I mean,
hardcore good advice to you.
Yep. Yep. It's true.
All right. Let me get my document up.
Yeah. I'm gonna light my magic candle.
Magic candle during our magic powerhouse hour time.
Well, I've been, practicing a little bit of the magic that my witches do in my book. So,
ooh, practicing bar magic.
Well, to like develop it and stuff.
Sure.
Just totally for academic purposes only.
Of course.
Obviously.
What else would it be?
Really not, summoning devils in my grandmother's living room with these.
It looks like the perfect summoning living room.
It is, honestly, it really is.
Or little Jewish lady's house. It's
like ancient brass and silver trinkets hanging around, and God knows what. There are spirits in the walls, I swear. I mean, this place has always really creeped me out. So
I don't not believe, but I don't not believe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna turn off my camera though, so I can eat while writing and write while eating.
Oh, that is so naughty. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself so I can record my book out loud.
do that. All right, everybody else in the chat, good luck with whatever you are doing.
Yeah.
All right, ready? I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Wait. All right, Mark, get set, go.
Boo. There we go. Hello. It's Liora. Hi guys. My true to blue. Hi ladies. We're still around. Unless they went away. They're busy people. They have books to write and children to raise, I suppose.
Yeah. I saw also Amber started a stream, and now I'm like, ugh, conflicting streams. Ugh, that's really annoying.
Our streams are better anyways.
I did all these pages.
Good job. So yeah, I saw you reading in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, she's actually doing it.
Yeah, well, it's really fun, you know? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's not a perfect strategy, like, because I can't stop while I'm recording, and, you know, like, I underlined this, and I was like, yeah, this needs to be written better. I don't stop and write it better at that moment. So, but I do get, like, grammar. I do catch grammar and typos, and and I can make comments like, you know, here I wrote Dominio's voice is not right, and so that's a thing that I can then go back and just sort of, you know, I don't have to be all the way immersed in it in order to fix those.
Right.
She right.
Hey, hi, Q.
But I like it also because I feel like in order to really crank out this type of work, I need to be really immersed in the story. I need to be thinking about it all the time, which is what I had during Nano, you know, and then I got all obsessed with my card game, and which is great because I was really immersed in the world of my card game and I thought up new ideas all the time. But I kind of, now I need to figure out if I can be in two places at once, kind of, you know, if I can possibly focus on two different projects at the same time, and I'm not particularly optimistic about it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. But the audio recordings allow me to listen to my own book, you know. You know, that you can do, like I can do while I'm doing the dishes or brushing my teeth, and that's why I like audiobooks so much. And so instead of being up to my eyes in the Raven Boys, which is, you know, obviously really fun.
So Hugh has a stupid fantasy book of like 3 books, right? But they're sitting on my desk because I can't crack them open because I can't force myself to sit down and read them. I'm sorry, Q. And exactly. I'd read them in a heartbeat if they only had audio. But I'm bad at like reading.
Yeah, it's you know.
Hi, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
Continue on a chat forever.
Welcome. When I was in college, I spent a ton of time riding the bus, and I had this one course that was a virtual course, so you didn't actually go to class. You just like the video. They just uploaded video lectures on Coursera, and then you had to like answer questions and stuff. And I just downloaded all the videos, stripped the audio track, and put the entire course on my iPod. And I just did the course while I was riding the bus. And then I like occasionally, if something occurred to me, I like made a little note in whatever I was carrying. And then before the final, I went back and I listened to the audio lectures again. And, you know, I made a couple of strategic notes and I got a 95. So yeah, and it saved me so much time. So
whatever works.
I'm really liking this method of editing. Last night I listened to everything I recorded, and it was like chapters 2 and 3, and then it ended where I left off, and I was like, no.
You know, it's a good book when you wrote it and you continue on to reading it.
I can't put it down. Like, I know what happens. I want to hear more.
Come on, there you go.
Yeah.
Q, my advice for you is to snuff the bird. Then you can have all the quiet you need.
I'm gonna have to digress from BBB's advice on this one. But yeah, you can I think just make a side character for Samwise. Just write Samwise into the book.
And every time you squawks, your squawks in the pages.
Yeah. Just go back and edit and explain it. Okay? Just make a logical reason for why there are squawks in the audiobook.
And then just in the middle of dialogue, no matter where the characters are, just goes.
that could be good too. So, yes, burb screeches. I agree.
That would be original, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. What are you working on?
What?
What are you working on?
I'm just editing.
Editing what?
What I finished writing last year. So I have 500 pages of like this giant manuscript that I have to do my second read through, edit it while I'm now editing it again, and then I gotta send it to my editor. If I ever finish, but I can't because I'm lazy and terrible.
You'll finish.
No.
It's finite, right?
I mean, what?
It's finite. As in it's not infinite.
I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. But I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But well, whatever. I gotta do it right before I die. Otherwise, what's the point of living?
It's true. It's true. So you want to talk more magic?
Who doesn't want to talk more magic?
Let's talk magic. So I've been thinking about the magic that there is in the Raven cycle. Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed. This is why we're talking about it. I'm super, super obsessed. Mm-hmm. And if anybody hasn't read this book, you should read this book. If you have the same phobia that I do, which is the same phobia that the main character does, you should know ahead of time that this book has some really nasty bees in it. And the first book is pretty much okay. It's pretty okay. And it's like mentioned a little bit in second and third. The fourth book is gross AF. You really have to be like, it's trypophobic. It's gross. Really gross. Really bad. All the bad stuff goes on.
What book did you say?
What?
What book? Which one?
The Raven King.
That's the fourth one?
Yeah.
That's the fourth one. My favorite one is the third one, because one very simple reason. Kavinsky. He's my boy!
He's the second. That's the second book.
Whatever. Which one is Dream Thief? That's second thief.
Dream Thief. The second book. I loved Kavinsky. I agree. I mean, I hated him, but I loved him.
Second book is my favorite book, because that's the book that Stephanie signed for me when I accidentally ran into her. And I was like, I don't know what to say to you. Oh my God, I'm such a big fan. I really don't think we're killing off Kavinsky. And she was like, oh, oops. Not giant spoilers, but so I yelled at Maggie Stiefel about it, and she was just like, so sick of people saying that. I'm like, well, you wrote them so well. God damn it. And,
I don't know. I kind of knew as soon as I kind of saw it coming with him.
I didn't. I was
really? Oh wow, no, his character arc he's so self-destructive. He doesn't.
I thought he was gonna hook up with Ronan, and then Ronan was like, make him normal.
No, I was so totally shipping them, but like,
yeah right, Kavinsky. Yeah.
I
was like Russian Georgian or something.
Yeah, but
I love that book. That book is really good.
No, the Dream Thieves definitely as good. Definitely, I think is the best.
Because all of them were mopey at that point. Kenzie was upset. Adam was just more upset than usual. Ronan was starting to suck.
No, Ronan was growing into himself. I mean,
he was sad about it. He's like, man, my dreams come to life. I don't know what to do about it.
No, don't belittle him. It was really difficult.
Like, you gotta man up, bitch. And he was just like,
alone in the world with a supernatural ability and nobody to talk with about it. Okay,
Kavinsky.
Okay,
soulmate.
Obviously, why they bonded. But like, Kavinsky's also a total piece of shit. So like now he's alone in the world with a supernatural ability that nobody else shares, and the only other person who shares it is a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a conundrum.
Don't you think that alone should be a series in itself?
What, Ronan and Kavinsky?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Well, I mean, that's kind of what she's doing with Call Down Hawk, isn't it? Except there's no Kavinsky.
She's doing the opposite with Call the Hawk right now, where instead of like, oh, Ronan's special, it's like, and this isn't spoiling anything.
Special.
It's like, guess what? There's a bunch of other dreamers. Wow, and I think that's where she I think that's where she fumbles the ball, because instead of focusing on this one guy who has like these issues and these problems and these hardships, and now he's dating this other guy who also has like the same issues, but like in a completely different way. She introduces all these characters, and then it's right off the bat. It's page 1.
It's on the back of the book. It's like on paper. Yeah.
Surprise! Guess what? Everybody has it now, and you're just like, oh.
I don't know. I think that I love Maggie, and one of the reasons I love her is because she backs up her magic in science as well as just making it completely magical, I mean, because one of the things that one of Ronan's supernatural ability is he can like create objects that he dreamt about. He could just he's dreaming about an object and he could just manifest that physical object right in front of him. And the thing is, like, scientifically, you can't make something from nothing. There has to be some kind of a catch, right? Mm-hmm. He dreams up this car and then it doesn't have an engine. Oh, but the car will just run? No, there has to be a catch. Well, what's the catch? The catch is that it's draining the town of supernatural energy. Mm-hmm. Well, how does that work? Well, because energy and mass can convert into each other. That's like, right? E equals MC squared. I mean, so energy on one side, mass on the other side. That's how the equation works. So like, it's really awesome. You look for those, how is this even possible? And she's got the logic lined up, even if she doesn't tell you what it is. So I like that. And I mean, all the drag racing and all the pyromania and the snorting coke, that really, honestly, it bored me. Honestly, I was bored of it. I was like, I am not interested in reading a book about boys driving their cars really fast. I'm sorry, but this is not interesting. It only got interesting when it got interesting. when Ronan crashed the car and Kavinsky saved his life.
Kavinsky.
Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit.
My bad boy dreamer ship. It sunk before it could even sail. Stupid Adam.
All my ships sink before they can sail. My own ships sink before they can sail. My ships. Okay.
Why you gotta do that to yourself, huh?
What?
Why you gotta do that to yourself? Although my book is literally just one giant ship, and it's staying afloat, and it's being great.
I have multiple ships. I have multiple ships in my work in progress. I mean, this is kind of the whole story kind of grew out of this love square that then the plot came later, but like it started with, there's these 4 characters, and this one is in love with this one, and this one is in love with this one, and this one is in love with this one, and this one is in love with this one, and like, basically,
sounds like a lot of love.
there is a lot of love, but it was all complicated and stuff. And so I have one ship that is like, you know, they have their struggles, but they get through it and then they're together. And then there was another ship that like halfway through while I was writing the book, I realized, oh my God, they don't end up together. And I was like, mad.
What did to you?
Like mad about it, you know?
It all comes full circle.
And then I have these two characters that end up at the end of the book, and they're like, both of them are single, and I'm like looking into the next books that I have planned out in my head, and I just want this character to find love. Mm-hmm. You know, I love him. He's worth loving. Why can't anybody just love him? And I'm thinking about the plots and this character. No, it doesn't work. Like, no, I want somebody for him to love.
You want what you can't have for your characters.
So sad.
But so true.
We only need one Fast and Furious, and we don't even need that one. Is that about the cars? Because I probably should know what this is about, but I don't.
You only need one Fast and Furious, and we don't need that one?
Yeah. I feel really dumb right now. Let's do another sprint.
Sounds good.
While QWERTY explains the Fast and Furious reference.
And I'm going to make tea. Yay! Maybe. Okay. Don't tell me what to do, Liora. Make tea if you want.
Tea's good. I ship it.
Me and tea?
Yeah.
The true ship.
It seems like a ship that could sail, you know.
Oh, it sails.
It floats.
Don't get me wrong. We're on a sea of tea, and it's all good. And that would be the 6:30 train.
Okey-doke. Ooh. I hear the trains here in the middle of the night. I don't know why. There isn't even like the train tracks aren't even that close to here. But I hear them anyway. Small town. Sound carry. Okay.
I live next to the tracks, so I always know what time it is.
Oh, okay. Good. Right. Cars. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was just boring. I was just bored of it, you know? I just needed actual plot. Okay.
Hey, what? Okay.
Let's do another sprint.
I'm going to my camera again because I like writing without.
Yeah, without being self-conscious. I get that.
Now I don't have the most flattering angle or background, and all my hair. What's happening with the hair? It looks like a wig. Ugh.
Maybe you're. I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to like. Maybe you're channeling one of these guys. You know.
If anybody, you're definitely channeling fucking ghost boy.
Yeah, Noah. Right?
Noah, guy's so forgettable that I don't even remember his name. As nobody does. We will gripe about that in the next sprint. Remind me. I'm gonna gripe about my one bone to pick with the whole series, and it was with Noah.
You only had one bone?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Goddamn. Okay, that's it. Okay. Shall we sprint? Shall we? Get some edits, get some editing, writing, blah, blah, blah.
Mark, get set, go.
Woo!
Time's up.
I ate a whole loaf of bread.
Awesome. I love carbohydrates.
Oh, French baguette. So good.
Perfect.
And then I ate a whole roll of sushi. And then before that, when I went off camera the first time, I had a whole bowl of noodles. So I think I'm pretty sure I gained like 20 pounds in the past 20 minutes. That makes sense. I'm still hungry.
Oh no. Well, get more food.
What did I have? Huh.
Well, I got through 7 pages.
7 whole pages.
You know, and what's cool is like there are some that I get through like the entire page without making any comment.
Do you type on hard paper?
What?
Do you type on hard paper, or do you just have a bunch of paper stacked, like cardstock?
No, I type on the computer, like on fake paper, you know, virtual paper.
Oh, what is this limerick you speak of? Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like the computer simulates a page,
like in ink, like it's
well
ink on the screen.
The truth is, I actually use this program called Focuswriter that doesn't simulate a paper at all. It simulates the Gryffindor common room or some other setting of my choice. So, yeah, it's really awesome. I mean, I love it. And for recently, I made myself here. I can show you. Wait. So I made myself one that has my book. And then this is just, you know, you get to like basically customize everything.
Uh-huh.
And so I like to write dark on, like I like bright colors on a dark paper background.
That's better for your eyes, yeah.
Yeah, but you can also like set here. I have the Gryffindor common room.
Oh, that's neat. It's like ambient right next to no vision.
Secret Emporium.
Q, what are you what are you editing? Are you editing the second video or the first video? Also, I have a typewriter and it's the coolest goddamn thing in the universe, but I have to get it restored because it's totally workable, but it's so rusted that it can't type.
Oh.
In Los Angeles, there's a specific shop that deals with solely fixing old typewriters. I don't know how they stay in business, probably a drug front. But I have an appointment with them at the end of the week, and I'm going to fix my little baby typewriter. It's huge. Like full steel metal cast bricks that can like murder somebody if you drop it on them.
Ooh, nice.
I'm excited. So I'm going to have a piece of antique writing equipment, but also a murder weapon.
Hey, why not both, right?
Oh, no. Wish I had butter. This bread's so good.
When a couple of years ago, I had a roommate who left the country. He was a writer, and he had this typewriter, and he left the country, and he was like, so I'm just going to leave this here. He just left his typewriter in the apartment. And then when I moved out, we just like left it, you know, in the common space. And then when I moved out, we took all this stuff and I gave it to my brother got it. And we were like, okay, you know, does this thing even work? I don't know. My mom went to this special shop somewhere in Jerusalem that happened to have a ribbon for the typewriter, and my brother used it and like wrote an entire story on it. And he was small at this point. He was like 13 or something. You know, this was a young brother, maybe even earlier than that. Yeah, but so fun story. But yeah, I love having my background where I can have, you know, like my book cover or my fantasy dark, you know, magical forest at night or something that I, you know, it really like allows me to get into the space. So
whatever makes you write better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Every day. Not when there's full loaves of bread to eat.
Yeah. Well, I've been having some pretty low energy days recently, like a lot of them. Like just energy has been running on, you know, when your phone lights up and the battery symbol is red, that's how my body has been running on red, on charge immediately. Yeah. And on like, I mean, the most I ever get to within the past like year has been 25%, maybe. So like 25% is like my best day, you know, and the rest is just like, and it's just so sluggish and tired and but yeah, except, you know, every once in a while I run into something like this and then I get all motivated to write again, and I'm like, I have this amazing idea, I have to finish this freaking book.
Gotta love the type of books that make you suddenly want to write. I read a bunch of books on the opposite. Well, see, no matter if it's a good book or a bad book, but I love reading such trash heaps that I go, I know I can write better. So that
exactly.
She got published. You know.
Yes, exactly. I was listening to a book a couple months ago. I want to say weeks. I don't know. A while ago, after Nano, and I was just like, this book is terrible. The writing is terrible. The romance is terrible. The descriptions are terrible. The dialogue is terrible. And, you know, checking like, is this an indie publisher? No, classic, traditional publishing, audiobook by Audible. Like, if this person can get published.
Right time, right person. Just has to be lucky. It's all luck. That's all it is.
It's all luck.
Writing is the one like job form out there that follows no trends.
Sorry.
You know. This is what it is. Eva, how's your poor Wi-Fi?
Is it back?
She's been hopping in and out.
I had no idea how much of my story I didn't know until the last few days. I feel that. I totally feel that. For years, I just, you know, I mean, you know, I've been working on this for 10 years. And I didn't know the ending until November. I mean, I knew vaguely what I thought I wanted to happen, but I didn't really know. I just kept saying, you know, I just got to write because I got to find out how it actually ends. I had ideas, I had theories and things I wanted to happen, but you know how that goes, right? I mean, my motto is writers plan and characters laugh for a reason. Yeah, they do. Well, they do. You're like, I want these two characters to fall in love, and they're like, fuck you, we don't want to.
I'm tired. And I'm really, really full, and I don't want to do anything. I'm a terrible lump of human, but that's okay.
Wait. Here, I'm going to invoke the candle of creativity.
Oh.
So, my witches my witches in my book practice candle magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the types of magic that they practice. They use candles, and crystals and herbs, and they don't use tarot. I don't have any, and it's not like the psychics, but they do have some. There is I did have a really cool brainwave about one of the witches who's gonna. I'm starting to develop like a new branch of magic for one of my characters, who is sort of a side character in the first book, but I want her to become a main character in the second book, which is based on gematria, which is a way of, like, you assign a numerical value to each letter, and then you take the words and you add it up and you like do math with it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But added to that is, so it's both, it's kind of like telling the future. It's kind of, it's a branch of necromancy, but also with a level of advanced mathematics. Because it's not just like, I'm not just gonna make them do arithmetic because that's boring. So they're gonna have to hone in, you know, to try to shoot for certain types of numbers based on the numerical, based on the mystical properties that the different numbers have. And the way that we decide which properties the numbers have is according to the silo theorems from group theory, which I don't have to explain, but I know what it is. And that's what's important. So this is the candle. This is the candle colors are significant. So this is a teal, kind of dark aqua, which is for you know, enhancing creativity and stuff. And I have
It worked. It's not like being creative.
Yeah.
Not a sloth.
I have two others here on my altar.
You made me think of that bit in The Simpsons where it's Martin's birthday party, and there's a magician at a chalkboard and he's just writing math, and all the kids go, "Aren't you gonna do any tricks?" And he turns around, and he's like, "Oh no, sorry, children, I'm not that type of magician. I'm a mathematician." Everyone goes, "Boo!"
The math magician is from the Phantom Tollbooth, though.
I read that 20 years ago. I remember that.
Best book ever.
Huh?
It's the best book ever.
I remember enjoying it, but I also remember reading it when I was too young to appreciate books. So I was
that is a mistake, because that is the book that made me read.
Oh, it goes into something, and then there's a clock dog, and then they travel through the land, but I don't remember anything that happens. Does he wake up at the end? I don't remember.
It's a book about the magic of learning, and it's a world that is entirely generated by puns.
I'll have to reread that. You know what book I did reread when I first read? And then when I reread it, I was like, God damn, this is good. It's The Great Gatsby.
I haven't read that. I don't do well with classics.
Well,
and in
whatever
general,
classic is, aka mandatory by the American school system.
I don't do well with books that were written when the authors were paid by the word. No crap. Don't light a candle and then drop it on the carpet.
Liora, you're Jewish. Aren't you supposed to be good at lighting candles?
Lol.
And then you drop it on the ground. Good job.
Yeah. So the orange is for physical strength and success, and the green is for financial success and personal success, and also represents, you know, the element of earth. So like for grounding and stuff. So I've been feeling like I really need some like physical energy and like earth energy and stuff. So
I only have white candles.
You only have what?
White. What does that mean?
Well, white is for like cleansing and stuff, for purity, and you know, I don't remember. Let me look it up. I have it all written down.
You haven't read Great Gatsby? Shame on you. Have you seen the movie, at least? Any of them? There's like 20. Honestly, I really like the Leonardo DiCaprio one. That was really good. And ironically enough, after I finished reading it for whatever reason, the movie was announced. And it happens all the time. And I love it because then I can go see the movie and be like, well, I just finished the book. Me.
That's interesting. I mean, yeah, no, white candles in general also, I mean, the whole concept of the candle is that you can, use it as a source of power or as an element to magnify your power as well. But also specifically, you would specifically seek out a white candle as opposed to any other type of candle for purification and stuff. If you wanted to like cleanse yourself of, I don't know, stuff. So, what are the ancient fates? The green tells me to redecorate. The green is for a new carpet. Yes. Well, this is not a simple carpet to just redecorate. It's wall to wall, like from the wall that is right here to my left, and then all the way around through the front hallway and the dining room. It's basically this carpet. Oh, and the stairs. It carpets the stairs that lead upstairs. So basically, it's a big ass carpet, and there's no floor underneath it. It's subfloor, apparently. So yeah, that would be a disaster. Don't listen. You don't be tempted. Talking to the candles, first sign of insanity. Yeah. Uncolored. Right. Yeah. Right. Whatever.
Uncolored, yep.
It's yeah.
All right. Sprint 3.
Oh, again? You must do as the candle bids.
The creativity candle has been lit.
Travel and time. That's really interesting. I don't know anything about that. Tell me more. I don't know. Yeah. Don't give my candles ideas, QWERTY, because they will.
Don't you know that bit when you pour the candle wax into the water, it's the shape of your future?
Ooh, we don't practice that.
No. I think it was in the Raven Boys, wasn't it? The first book or something? Definitely wasn't, because I was like, oh, that's the one. Psychic. I think I know what it is.
They do stuff with water.
Yeah. Oh, did they? I don't quite remember.
I mean, and there's this part where Neve asks for grape juice, and they like pour grape juice into a bowl, and they look. She does a lot. They have this magic that's with reflections, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. But they call it scrying.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And they always use some kind of reflection. So you can do it with a lake or with a bowl of water or with a mirror. And then when she has this thing with the two mirrors where they put two mirrors opposite each other, and then they can like transport their soul into another dimension or something, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that type of magic in any other Ceromancy? Whoa. Cool. Is that what it's called? Wow. That's a thing. Huh. Yeah. So they do that in this series. And it's generally awesome. If you're not sure if you should read these, you should. Okay.
She was gonna read it. She's just on her to be read, and she reads like 800 books a year. So.
Oh, okay. So it's right around the corner. Oh, water in the wax and water. Got it.
See, I was right. Like, about nothing.
Wow. You know what the mirrors thing is called? Wait. Eva's talking about her fates. My world began without humanity, and the beasts held magic and intelligence beyond humanity's capability. But it began to dwindle because reasons. That happens.
Because reasons.
The ancient beasts possessed no free will, only fate. Interesting. In Judaism, the angels traditionally have no free will. Enter humanity and free will, and a druid is made, and a warlock comes about, and a human that defies fate is brought about. Yada yada. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yes, it does. I guess. I can't say I honestly understand that, but I'm going to trust you on it. I don't entirely follow this. Enter humanity and free will. A druid is made, and a warlock comes about, and a human that defies fate. So, a human that defies weight, defies weight. Okay, now that's a story. Okay. Scrying, yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, well, scrying. Scrying's awesome. I hope as the story could walk beside any faith without countering it. That's super interesting. I don't know what I think about this, because faith is such a broad thing, and there's such a variety of ways that people keep the faith, even if it's the same faith. I mean, there's like a bazillion different types of Jews, at least. And, there are only so many of us on the planet, and there are still so many different types. But so like there are, witchcraft, there are going to be Jews that tell you that witchcraft is absolutely forbidden. And there are going to be Jews that tell you that Judaism is pagan. And so we got the whole rainbow here,
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, can you write a book that just doesn't contradict any faith? I think it depends on who's reading. Because it just
long answer no, short answer definitely not.
I think it depends on the reader.
So unless the reader has no cohesive thought, then yeah, sure. If they just read it without retaining anything, yeah, anything's possible. Anywho, okay, well.
My candles are absolutely pagan. Oh, yeah, I'm a Jew. There's a word for Jewish Wiccans, but I don't remember what a Jewkin, maybe? I don't know. But there are definitely people who would look at what I'm doing and be like, it is idol worship. It is forbidden from the... But then again, that's the same thing with being a homosexual. So, you win some, you lose some. Am I
right? That's a good way to put it.
Okay, well, yeah. So, yeah, sure. You can always, separate things from... Right. You don't have to refer to any religion, and then you can always leave it open to the reader to interpret what faith these characters keep, but I don't know. It's interesting. It could be cool. Chicken. Yeah, I think it's Jukin. Wickish. No. Yeah, it's not Wickish. But I want to call myself a Jewitch. Like Jew-witch. Duh. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so my candles are pagan. My witches are not Jewish, though. My characters are not Jewish, even though they all live in the Middle East. Some of them are I don't think, they're religious, but if they're religious, their religion is witch. Not whatever. Wick. with oh god, no, this is getting worse. Guys, come on. Have some restraint. Should we do some more writing?
Shall we do a little edit?
I still have a stack of papers here. Ooh, I'm almost
more because I am exhausted. You guys can keep going, but I'm gonna hop off and then go take a bath and go eat more.
Okay. So one more sprint and then you're gonna hop off, or you're gonna hop off now?
One more sprint.
Okay.
One more sprint, more talking, and then.
Okay. And yeah, I should go to sleep and stuff too.
2 hours. What time is it?
Right. Why are you making me right? We making you right because.
Right, woman, right.
We're making you right because that's what we're here for. You do have free will, contrary to your characters. So you can not be here if you don't want to write. But if you do want to be here, you have to write.
You have to write anyways.
Rules. It's the rules. So be very strict. Are you going to address that?
No.
You're going to take that? You're going to just let her talk to you like that?
Listen. Yes.
Okay.
Ava can just abuse me because I have no backbone. I'm like Russia. I'm weak. Oh, wait. Or is that strong like Russia? I don't know. One or the other.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have any idea. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do this.
My ladies are funny. Okay. Here we go. Bye.
All right, everybody, mark, get set, go.
Woo. think someone's at your door.
Yeah.
Bye, Janine. It was fun. See you next sprint.
I did 5, almost 6 pages.
I did a page and a half of edits. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's not terrible.
I'm really frustrated with my love story at the beginning. Like my first ship I'm in chapter 6 and I'm like, why do you like him? Why does he like you? Like, this doesn't make any sense, you know? And later on in the story, it's like beautiful and amazing and mind blowing. And at the beginning, it's just like, no, I just don't believe it. I'm not buying it. Ugh.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, edit is what I'm gonna do. All right.
That's the edit.
Yeah, I'm getting tired, and also
Whew.
I'm having Raven Boys withdrawal. So, too.
Did you read the side story with Opal?
No, I have not read that. Is it good? Should I read it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. I think it's free on her website.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's a super, it's like literally 5 pages long. It's really small. But it gives you a little bit of more. A little bit of more.
I am going to get it now.
Do it. And then, so you haven't read, or you started reading Call the Hawk Down? Or you just got a copy from?
I read like the first page or 2 pages. I was just in Barnes and Noble and it's, yeah, no, I'm re-listening to the Raven cycle to pick up on all the details I didn't pick up on because I fell asleep listening to it, you know, which is not anything, does not reflect on the book. It reflects on me. That's how I fall asleep. But yeah.
My audio for Hawk, but I got it from Audible, so you can't transfer the thing.
Yeah, I know. It's really annoying.
That's
all right. I have plenty of credits and whatever. Yeah, no, the thing is that I thought the 4th book I thought was amazing. And I really, you know, I mean, I straight out cried when they said, make way for the Raven King.
Yeah.
I cried. But like, I can't, you know, I want to reread it, but the thing is, it's so triggery for me. I have to skip all the parts with the bad side story, you know, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I might have to like buy the hard copy and then like black out all the parts I can't read. I might.
Luckily, in Hawk Down, since Gansey's not in it, really, you don't have to deal with that. You know?
Yes, that is good news.
Yeah, no?
As long as their fears are not, you know, as long as they're not, you know, the same stuff.
Eva, I've not read either of those 2 books. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's it about? What's the genre?
Ellen Hopkins, that sounds familiar. Although in the end, don't all author names sound familiar? And you're like, oh yeah, I'll totally read that. But then you don't.
I don't know. Maybe.
You know?
I think it's kind of that authors that are like have certain types of names.
Well, like, certain types definitely stick, but also if you have like 90 of them under your belt, that helps.
Annabelle. Kathleen Winter, and then she corrects it to Annabelle. Oh, Annabelle, as in, is the name of the book. Okay. No, have not. Did she respond yet? Nope. Okay. So I'm done recording. Now I'm going to transfer the recordings to my phone so I can obsessively listen to my book, but also a little bit to the Raven Boys, because you know what? The more I listen to it now, the second read through, the more I appreciate what a badass female lead Blue is. I really don't think I've ever seen a female lead as strong as her.
I love Blue.
She's the best.
I love everybody at Foxway, but Blue's pretty great.
Yeah, no, everybody at Foxway is they're all fun and eccentric in their way, but Blue is like, Blue does things that are, that I wish so many other female leads would do. Night, Cordy. Yeah, we're all going to bed too. We're just.
Me too, Q. I'll talk to you guys in a bit, but.
By the way, read the Raven Boys.
I'm fading. Yeah, get on the Raven Book boy band.
So that we can nerd over it together.
I'll talk about it, and then you guys can read Hop Down together.
Yes.
Oh, it'd just be so wonderful.
Cordy's probably way faster than me at reading books.
I'm sure she'll finish all 4 books in like 2 days.
Yeah. Okay, so Thursday?
We'll do another live stream on Thursday about
the audiobooks are really good too if anybody's interested in them. Will Patton is the reader, and I think, right?
Ooh.
No.
Oh, good.
I don't remember. Whatever, but he's really good, the reader. He does a good job. Okay. Thank you, everybody who's here and everybody who joined and wrote with us.
It's fun, guys. After not being on camera for like a month, Liora pulls me in right after work. I'm just exhausted. Yep.
We're both exhausted, but we're funny when we're exhausted, I think. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. You know what? I got through a lot of pages.
There you go.
So
worth it in the end, isn't it? Now I'm gonna go make some tea, and I can take a bath, and then go to bed like an old lady. Except I'm lying, because then I'll stay awake until 2 a.m.
I'm gonna go do the same thing.
Probably like a old lady, anyways. But yeah, since we talked to each other at like 1.
It's 1 for you. Well, that's what time it is for me.
Girl, you got insomnia or something? Go to bed.
I'm a night person. I am. Oh, I have footage that I just haven't edited sitting on the drive. I actually had this new idea. I wanted to do completely serious book reviews, except Old Testament books. So I reviewed the book of Samuel, and the footage is just sitting on my hard drive waiting to be edited. So I'm trying. I have
videos in edit stage, and I'm too lazy. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. You have to wait for the next month theme to match up with it. Oh, with Audible? Is there like some?
No, her like reading books is per month.
Oh, right, because it's Black authors. Okay, fine. It's funny. Okay, all right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, ladies.
See you around the tube.
See everybody later. Go do the thing. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.